Hello and welcome to BA 303 online for summer 2017. BA 303 is Information Management. I am your instructor, Michael Fields. It's a pleasure to get to teach BA 303 online again this summer. And just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview of the course, how it's going to work, how it moves, what you need to do in order to be successful to get going early on. So first and foremost, hopefully you've been into the Canvas shell and you've started to look around. The first thing you need to do is to click on the modules link to the left, as that is where your weekly assignments are. And it's essentially there are 5 modules, but each module covers about 2 weeks. So if you look in module 1, your first discussion is due on July 2nd, this upcoming Sunday, whereas your application set is due the following Sunday, essentially at the end of week 2 for the class. And then the following week is the first test in module 2, and then again the following week in module 2 still is discussion number 2. So basically in each module we cover a 2-week period, so just make sure you are paying attention to those due dates listed on the modules. A lot of students like to go right to assignments or look at the calendar. I always recommend to pay attention to the modules because that's how I lay the course out, and that's where you're going to find the most accurate due dates. Just to kind of cover what is expected in some of these different types of assignments. In your discussions, you're given a case to go read. So the first one is titled, "Does IT Matter?" by a gentleman by the name of Nicholas Carr. And it's a fairly older referenced article about 10-12 years ago, but I think it still holds a lot of truth today. So read through that, and there are some prompts in there as well as on the discussion itself to get you going on what you need to address in the discussion. You'll see where it'll, in the discussion, it will reference to make your first post, your original post, within 6 days of the discussion opening. I'm not going to actually, count the days backwards on when you posted it and when it opened to make sure you did post within 6 days. But the idea there is to encourage you to post your original thoughts on the discussion early, so it gives you, your classmates, a chance to reply, because part of your grade on your discussions are to reply to a minimum of 2 classmates. So it really is to have a conversation. I encourage you to post more than 2. I do want to see discussion posts on separate days. So, ideally, Monday, Tuesday of a discussion opening, post your original. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, post some replies. All discussion posts, especially on the original address of the prompts, need to be really substantial and truly and fully address the problem or the prompt at hand. And I would highly recommend, actually for full points, you're going to want to support your answer. And by supporting your answer or supporting your post means to reference something in the textbook, reference an article you find online, reference a website, reference something to show that it's not just you making up some random point that you're trying to get across. So make sure you're supporting that with, in academics we call that, have evidence for your claims. So support what you're saying. And then your application problem sets, it's going to give you a reference to an Excel spreadsheet, and there's 2 to 3 different problems within each application set. And what you're going to do in Excel is have one sheet or one tab with all of the information for that one problem. So the best thing, application problem set 1, if it's like problem 6.2, have a sheet, name it 6.2, make sure your name is on that sheet, and then all the Excel data is in there with proper formulas, functions, and formatting. And any questions that need answered, you can put in a text box or just use a block of cells and just type that up. It doesn't have to be, or it needs to be included in one sheet. And then on tab 2, or your second sheet, your worksheet within the workbook of Excel, have your next problem, so that would be 6.3 or whatever that second problem is. With the exams, they do open and close on a hard due date, so make sure that you get those done on time. once an exam passes, I cannot reopen them for anyone because the answers are posted, and that would degrade the integrity of the exam. So make sure you're paying attention to the calendar and getting everything due on time. If you have any questions, please email me. My email is mkfields, so mkfields@eou.edu. It's also found on the welcome page as well as in the syllabus. I typically try to answer most emails, most communications within 24 to 48 business hours. Business hours meaning typically Monday through Friday. I'm not an early bird, so 8 o'clock in the morning or so until 6 or 7 in the evening. I'm typically still paying attention to emails coming in. After that, I do have time with my family, so possibly could be the next day or the following day. Friday nights, that 10 o'clock email, it could be Monday afternoon even before that's answered. I do travel quite a bit on weekends due to other obligations, so please do be conscious of your time and when you're messaging me and when things are due to get a prompt answer. Other than that, I look forward to a great term, a great summer term with you guys. If you have questions, email me. I do encourage everyone to follow me on Twitter. I do post quite a few articles that would probably be relevant in addressing some of the prompts and just information and interesting things related to class. So again, welcome, and I look forward to a great term, and let's get it started.